Bonjour, Pinterest pretties. Let's talk about the quote, never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option by Maya Angelou.
How long have you been together?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Has he proposed to you yet?
No.
No, not yet. It's coming. It's coming.
You guys live together now?
Yes.
A year and a half. Yeah.
So why would he put a ring on it then if he's already getting everything?
That's a good question.
What?
Why would you put a ring on it if we already live together?
I genuinely love you.
Oh. So when you plan on proposing, you starting something.
Why do I need a ring to show you my love and dedication to you when I do that on a daily basis?
A ring is making it official.
Yeah, there's no such thing as official. You love each other. It's just like...
A ring is making it official.
So a female gonna have their own opinion anyway.
You're single until married, in my opinion.
I'm being authentic with you. I'm being 100 with you. That term you just said,
Imagine the psychological damage that someone would have to endure staying in a relationship with another person for 3 years, questioning why am I not enough for this person to devote their lives to me. That is just not a good, healthy mindset to be in. So to not be in a position like that, you will need to start dating other people who will want to devote their life to you. Because even if you stayed in a relationship with a person that does not want to be with you long term, that will show up in a relationship. Whether or not you love them, whether or not you want to be with them, you will be meaner, you will be colder, you will be bitter, you will hold resentment, you will want to spend less time with them. It is impossible to stay in a happy, loving, safe relationship because in the back of your head, you will be thinking, dang, this person doesn't love me the way I love them. It causes reduced self-esteem, stress and conflict, higher anxiety, depression rates, poor life satisfaction, difficulty forming future secure relationships because this person made you feel so low of yourself. So again, if you have some type of attachment issue, you need to get over it by either A, not being with the person, or B, finding someone to replace that man, give you the world, and want to be your husband. Because every single second you will be thinking in the back of your mind, dang, this person will never want to marry me, will never want to give me the world, will never want to be my husband. You will end up hating yourself for staying with someone instead of giving those rich guys a chance that hit on you, that you know would have given you a better life. And you know, with every year that they waste your time, you're just losing another good year. And let's be honest, the older you get, you do have lower quality options typically. I am 21, so I'm just saying women in their 20s usually have the most power in selecting a good partner. Because this is when your collagen is peaking, you are the most fertile. And in general, you just show less signs of stress on your face and body. Do you want to be an older, bitter woman saying, dang, I wish I didn't waste my life away when I was in my 20s and find a good man? No, you do not want to be that girl. Yes, people do, in America at least, they do typically get married later in life. But that's when divorce rates are also the highest. So let's say you did get married later on in your 30s and you end up getting divorced. Remember, like I said, the older you get, you have less access to higher quality men. So this divorce won't lead you to bigger and better, most likely. But if you're young AF in your 20s and you break up with a piece of crap boyfriend, you're still young and you can still attract higher quality men. Now, I'm not saying that if, you did do this in your 30s that you're doomed for life. But I am saying you did kind of mess up your life by not doing it when you were younger, when you had the best options possible. A man who worked his butt off for majority of his life will want somebody who is his dream woman, someone he worked hard for to spend all of his money on, to give his resources to give a family to. And men typically look at their life like a checkbox. Okay, get rich, have a good job, be stable, now let's get a wife and kids. So typically they will be quicker to marry you and have a family. But if you're young and you fit the criteria, because again, men get more stingy with their money the harder they typically worked for it. So again, it is very important for you to have standards and you stick to the standards. If you want to get married, you better date to marry. But there's a lot of bird-brained women who do not understand this. A lot of women get clouded by superficial things. Oh, the guy is hot. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. I'm never going to find someone else like him. and then they waste their life away. All because they didn't want to lose a young, fine man. You have to be kidding me. This is why I say women shouldn't solely focus on looks. Because that man is not improving the quality of your life. If he was, you wouldn't be crying every night feeling like you're worthless. So anyways, I know so many women who will stay in situationships with men because they're insecure. This is why I believe you should not date if you are extremely insecure. Because all your values and standards go out the window. I've always been wifey, so I've never had to deal with this issue. But I just think about my daily experience. I go out and I decided to get a job, right? And I have a lot of high caliber men hit on me. And I could just imagine if I was in such an unhealthy relationship, I would be thinking, dang, I want to leave my man for somebody like this. Especially because I'm 21 and I know my options honestly go downhill once I hit like 29, 30. And I personally would never want to think, dang, I wish I gave that millionaire a chance. Dang, I wish I gave that CEO and doctor a chance. Dang, I wish I gave that finance bro a chance. It's honestly so depressing to even think about. The options you could have had, the life you could have had if you just chose the right partner. But honestly, sometimes I think maybe you guys want to do this to yourselves because these men typically tell you when they don't want to be with you. They literally will say, I don't want to get married to you. I don't care about your feelings or emotions. Or these men will constantly push your boundaries, which means they don't respect you or care about your mental health well-being. But you choose to be loyal and stay with them when they don't want to marry you because they're scared you're going to ruin their life. Listen to the words coming out these men's mouth. But don't twist my words. That does not mean get with a simp. That does not mean get with an incel. Men like that will leave you for another woman because you did not look at the individual. You just solely listen to just the words coming out their mouth. And not only should you listen to words, you also need to pay attention to actions. Because there are men out there who, yes, will give you a better life, but only for a short amount of time. Because what if they're just looking for something young and hot? It's very important to be smart so you do not get used by someone. Because money is not happiness. Money is not something that fixes all problems in the world. Marriage is not something that fixes all problems in the world because you want to make sure that you marry someone that you're psychologically compatible with. What is your dream partner? What do you expect from your partner in a relationship? How would you treat them in certain situations? It's very important to ask these questions so you know if this person would be loyal to you. Again, it's important to look at the person and not judge someone based off of superficial ideas. Like, oh, I'm done dating younger guys. I need me an older man. Older men cheat a lot, actually. Younger men can cheat a lot. It's important to find someone who is loyal. So with that being said, I will be reading some statistics based off of age differences and the correlation to divorce rates. These statistics came from Law and Mediation Offices of Kelly Chang. First up is the 1 to 2 year age difference between partners. There is a 3% higher risk of divorce. Now, if we move on to a 5-year age difference, it is an 18% higher chance of divorce. Now, 10 years, it's a 39% higher chance of divorce. And then when we move on to 20 plus age differences, it is a 95% higher divorce rate. The reason why I believe getting married young is important is because first, I will never have kids outside of marriage. So, duh. Then on top of that, I want to have kids young. I want to be a mom around 24, 25. And the good thing about that is that by the time my kids are graduated, I won't have low energy levels because I wouldn't be super old. And remember, relationship dynamics affect your children. You will want to be with a healthy man. And if you have a kid, they will see your relationship, they will see your facial features, and they will internalize this. Kids will base their dating standards off of their parents. Not too much on Sigmund Freud, but you know what I mean. So if you're with a healthy man, your daughter, when she grows up, she will also internalize that, I need to be with a healthy looking man. And if you want healthy kids, you want to make sure that you're not a heavy smoker, you're not a heavy drinker. If you are, that will affect your kids' standards. Do you want your kids to have a partner of low quality? low quality sperm, low quality eggs? I don't think so. You wouldn't want your grandchildren to have low quality genetics because you chose wrong and your child chose wrong. So all I'm trying to say is that your standards stretch by generations. Do not mess it up. I am just very appreciative that I am in my early 20s because if me and my man do not end up staying together, whatever, I would still be young and I could definitely find a man who will give me the world plus more. Of course, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it feels good to have a safety net and not have to worry about the quality of my life at all. Just knowing that I will be set regardless and hope isn't lost. But yeah, that is it for my rant. Au revoir. Mwah.